Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond.
So my understanding is you're from Estill County, correct?
Yes.
So it's cool to have someone that's, on the front end of these pioneering robots and technology from our area. To start off, do you care to give us a little bit about your background and the company you currently work for?
Okay. My background, I went to Eastern Kentucky University, graduated there in way back when. Not going to tell you how many years ago that was, but in engineering, physics, and chemistry and math. The first job out of college was with the Kennedy Space Center with Lockheed, processing the external tank in solid rocket boosters. Then I formed my own company. It's a research lab I ran for 15 years. And then I've done some consulting work for 200 factories throughout the eastern United States.
Now, obviously, COVID took all of us by storm. No one could have ever predicted this happening, but you've used your expertise to build a robot that helps sanitize. Do you care to explain to a layperson such as myself and probably those that will be watching this exactly how this works?
Yes, we have a robot to map out the area and let it in while you're sanitizing. The next time you just push a button and it will do its thing. It would do it all on its own. You don't have to actually guide it. The robot goes forward and the lamp is pointing to the right. I chose the biggest, I call it the Son of Kong lamp I can find, which was 475 watts. These are a typical, it would be a fluorescent lamp, but they take the phosphorus out and it makes ultraviolet light. It makes a 254 nanometer UVC, ultraviolet C. Ultraviolet light will destroy will break apart the DNA of viruses and things.
How does it do that? Is there a simple way to explain how it breaks down the virus?
Right. The ultraviolet photons will hit the DNA of the virus and will split apart. I think it's the T and A molecules. It will just split them apart, and now it doesn't kill. It cannot replicate. If you cannot replicate it, then the virus cannot grow. So it eventually is inactivated.
I know it's mostly commercial at this time, right?
Right. Well, we've taken, of course, you've seen the video where we've taken to a bowling alley. We're going to be putting this on airplanes, so it will go down the aisle of an airplane and hit one side, turn around, go down the other, and hit the other side. Subways. It can go into schools. It can go into, restaurants. About wherever there's a nice flat, even surface. We were measuring out pretty bad doses of UVC 91 feet away from the thing. So it's like a vertical headlight that is shooting out this reflector. But at 3 feet away, we caught 5 log of disinfection. So at 1 meter, we are getting 5 log while the robot is traveling 18 inches per second.
And what exactly are you the sole inventor of this, or was it a team working? How did that work?
Well, as the director of R&D, I laid out the specs, and a company in China that actually had a mobile or robot device rather than reinvent the wheel. They already had a robot device, but they didn't have a lamp attached to it. They didn't have the batteries. They didn't have anything like that. All they had was a robot for some other application. So we build up everything that goes on top of the robot, and actually there's lamps underneath to sanitize the floor as you're going over as you're driving by.
Well, it sounds like you all have definitely covered your bases and you've done an amazing job, and I'm very impressed by this. I guess my last question is, you mentioned you're at the Kennedy Space Center. Where are you located now since you've left Estill County?
Well, I live in Mount Sterling. I've been there since 2008, and with my wife Janie, who's also from Irvin. This is the first of 9 products that I'll be developing this year.
Well, thank you, Doug, and we're very happy to see the success and all the things that you've been doing. So definitely wishing the best moving forward, and hopefully we can get through this pandemic.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure being on.